Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Vania Alda Maytari and I'm from Mulawarman University English Department. So now I will explain about codes that contain diglossia, bilingual, multilingual, code switching, and code mixing. So the first one is diglossia. According to Ferguson, 1959, at 33.6, Diglossia is a relative stable language situation in addition to the primary dialect of the language, which may include a standard or regional standard. Diglossia is the term used to describe a situation in which there are two distinct codes with clear functional separation, which means diglossia is the use of two different language or dialect according to social domain. Diglossia had two varieties used in one set of circumstance or domain and the other in an entirely different set. Diglossia is a characteristic of speech communities rather than individuals. Diglossia has been important in the study of multilingualism in a diverse range of society. With diglossia, language shift within 3 generations will occur as the language competes for dominance in various domains. According to Fishman, 1918, page 3. The next one is bilingual versus multilingual. Bilingual is the person who can speak two languages. Meanwhile, bilingualism is the ability to speak two languages. People may become bilingual either by acquiring two languages at the same time in childhood or by learning a second language. Not all bilinguals are able to code switch. Code switch do so in the same way. And there are 3 types of bilingualism. The first one is common bilingual, second coordinate bilingual, and the third is subcoordinate bilingual. Common bilingual is developed two language system at the same time with a single context. Coordinate bilingual is learned two language in specifically separate contexts. And the third one is subcoordinate bilingual is learn the secondary language by filtering through the mother tongue. Next one is multilingual. Multilingual is the person who can speak more than two languages. Furthermore, multilingualism is the ability of an individual speaker to speak in 3 or more languages. Multilingualism is unusual. It's the norm for most of the world society. It's possible for a person to know and use many languages fluently. And there are 6 types of multilingual. The first one is individual, second one social, third institutional, 4 folk, 5 elective, and 6 unbilingual. The next one I will explain about code switching. Code switching is a process of shifting from one linguistic code or a language or dialect to another, depending on the social context. This code used when the language is arranged structurally and grammatically in other language. Some people use this code switching is for sound more authoritative or more approachable. This code is triggered by multiple interactional factors, including the language used by the previous speaker, the speaker's goals, and the topic. It is difficult to predict when a switch will occur because of many factors play a role in this code. Code switching should not be confused with type of language mixing that do not require fluent bilingualism. Okay, so there are 3 general types of code switching. The first one is insertion, the second one alternation, and the third text switching. Insertion is switching a lexical item within a single clause. Alternation is switching between entire clauses, And text switching is switching at a discourse marker or a lexical item that is independent of the grammar of the clause but perform discourse level. Okay, the last one I will explain about code mixing. Code mixing is the mixing of two or more language or language varieties in speech. Warhol says that code is the particular dialect or language one chooses to use on any occasion and a system for communication between two or more people. This code used when someone uses one word or phrase from one language to another language and usually occurs in bilingual or multilingual society when the meaning of the language cannot be clearly separated. There are three types of code mixing. The first one is insertion, the second one alternation, and the third is congruent lexicalization. Insertion is when lexical items from one language are incorporated into another. Alternation, when structure of two languages are alternated indistinctively both at the grammatical and lexical level, and congruent lexicalization is the situation where two languages share grammatical structure which can be filled lexically with elements from either language. Okay, so that's all from me. That's all from me to tell to explain about codes, and I hope you will get understand with it. And this is my references, and that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.